In this video, I'm going to show you how I can take an item of value, such as an ebook, and offer it on my real estate agent website to generate leads. I'm Lori Ballen in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining me today. And we're going to take a look here at an ebook that I created. And this book is designed to generate buyer leads. So what I'll do real quick is I'll just go ahead and share this with you so you can see what it will look like for the consumer. Once I load it into my website, there's different ways that they can view it. They can print it. They can look at it as an ebook. So we're looking at it here in the Canva view. And what we can see is I put a cover page on here, put an intro about my real estate team. And then I've got basically segments that I had pre-created on my real estate website. So if I go to ballenvegas.com, buy a house, we'll pull up a blog that I actually created, that I actually wrote that was all about buying a house. And what I've done, try that again, Ballen Vegas, buy a house. What I've done is over the years, here it is, I've tweaked it and added to it and took things away. Well, this year I was kind of sitting there thinking to myself that it really felt very out. I don't think the content was very outdated as much as the design of my blog was. And so I went through here the first week of the year and cleaned it up. Now, what you'll notice about this, in case you want to emulate the idea, is I basically took the home buying process from the minute the buyer decides to look at homes until the very end. So everything from starting with, do I qualify, and what credit score, and how much money do I have to make, and what is the down payment, how to get pre-approved, lots of stuff in there about the lender, private mortgage insurance, interest rates, different loan programs, property taxes, homeowners insurance, determining your housing needs, where you want to live, the school zones, assuming somebody isn't from Las Vegas and maybe they don't know about our school zones. The first time looking at houses and my tips, making an offer, the purchase contracts, terms and contingencies, what to ask for in the purchase contract. I'm actually going back behind in this blog and adding some images and videos, but I got all of the content on there written. This blog is about 11,000 words. And if you think about it, if you really sat down and thought about all the questions that your buyers have, it's pretty easy to create long form content like that, which is what does really well in the search engines. So my goal for this is, one, rank on the search engines for all the buyer terms and generate interest in Las Vegas to that blog, and then have a pop-up offer or slide-in offer, links for the offer, whatever, that offer them that ebook. Now, what that's going to do for us is it's going to allow me to know who my first-time home buyers are, or people that need more help with how to buy a house, maybe first time in a long time, could even be first time in Las Vegas. So I went over here to Canva and I just started to create a new ebook. And all you do is go up here into Search Templates Pro, and you can type in ebook and find the basic, a whole bunch of different ebook covers you can use. I'm actually going to test a bunch of covers. So some will have I'm going to test different cartoon characters, different colors, different titles, and offer it in different ways with really the same contents on the inside, which is buying a house. But I might have how to buy a house in Summerlin, how to buy a house in Henderson, how to buy a house as a single person, how to buy a house as a fan, I might just have a bunch of different things on there. But the insides are really pretty much the same. So then I just sat and laid it out, and it's quite simple. Here's a template page here, or you can just create your own by adding an image. And then all you have to do is there's a little copy button here. You just click copy page, and the next page formulates, and then you just change the image, change the content, change the image, change the content. And I just copied mine over from my blog post. So it's repurposing it. Now, let me even tell you something even cooler. is from here, if I wanted to now, I could go make a video on each one of these individual topics, right? So it could be a video a month, and now I have videos all year long. Or I could do a video a week and move it along faster if I wanted to, and really build this nice library. And then I can take each one of these individual pages and make it a drip email. I mean, this is pretty incredible. What you can do with this asset is remarkable. It gives you stuff you can use all year long. And I'm even thinking about how to put some listing alerts and whatnot in here, some more calls to action. But they're going to download this, and they're going to have this, with them. And then I'll have their, at least their email address, depending on what I do, their name and email. So you can see here, this is how they would go through this. And I actually have links throughout here too. If they were to click on my name at any time, that'll open my website. And then sometimes inside here, I have some links as well. So those are, you are able to include links in here. Okay. So this ebook is, I believe it's now 32 pages long because I added a couple more things to it. And it's literally start to finish, everything you could imagine. You need to, not everything you can imagine, but everything you need to know about the process anyway. Okay, now my next step is, and I actually made a video last week on exactly how to create the ebook, but now I want to take this ebook and I want to be able to make it an offer. Okay, now there are lots of ways that you can do this. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do this in a software I use called OptinMonster. And in the video below, there are links to software that I use. Some of those links offer you some sort of trial, extended trial, discount, coupons. Some of them are just links because I mentioned them and I want to make sure you have access to them. As an affiliate marketer, I do benefit if you end up making a purchase through one of those links. Now, OptinMonster is one of those items, and coupon code Ballen, Ballen, will get you 25% off of your purchase, and we're going to take a look at that. Another one I use is listings to leads, and there's a link below, and if you use my link, instead of just getting a 14-day free trial, Scott Pierce, the owner, has offered my followers a 30-day free trial, and that's called listings to leads, and you'll see that below. That is another way you can set up free reports and offers using the custom report landing page. Today I'm going to show you how to do this in OptinMonster because that's the software that I have here to do this with. Lots and lots of different ones, and I'll probably show you how to do it with other things as well. So we've got we're calling our home buyer guide a lead magnet. And what that means is it's a magnet to get contacts to register for your item of value. So we call that a lead magnet. All right. Just so that you know a little bit of time frame, this took me, I started copying and moving this over this morning at, let's see, it was about 5 a.m. when I started. And I was done about, I'm going to say it was about 10 a.m. So probably about 4 or 5 hours to actually lay this all out. Now to write it took me much longer because I had to write the blog first. So just to give yourself like a little gauge of what that looked like. Also, if you're not somebody who can type and likes to sit down and do all of this, you can actually record your answers on your phone or on whatever audio device you want. And you could have a company like rev.com transfer it from your verbal word to written word for you. And then you can just go back in there and clean it up and make sure it looks good. They even have editors and things at Fiverr that can do that for you. So you don't have to create this in the exact way that I did. I've been doing this for years, so the writing part is pretty natural for me. But if not, you can get help with that. Also, my brothers own a digital marketing company called ballenbrands.com, and there are links below as well. You can talk to them. They've got some of my templates that they can build on and customize. So talk to them, ballenbrands.com. They can also build your website, do your marketing. All right, so now here is the website. This is a sample of websites that they build, and we're on WordPress here. So I've already got a tracking code on this website that basically now when I go set up that lead magnet, it'll function on this website for me, okay? So I already put in the code. So we're going to go over here to OptinMonster, and I'm going to go to campaigns, create new campaign. Okay, now what do I want to happen? Do I want it to pop up? Do I want it to be a full screen offer? Do I want it to slide in, floating bar, or do I want it to be in the body of the content itself? So I think for today, let's make a slide in offer. Okay. Now, if you go down here and click preview on any of these boxes, you'll be able to see what the offer looks like. See it down here? See where they pop up? So let's look at this one. So these are less annoying because they show up on the, like in a corner or something like that versus being a pop-up that they have to close. It's on the entire screen. Okay. So let's go ahead and use this one here. It's got a kind of a PDF, a good idea. Let's go to use this template. So what do you want to call your slide-in campaign? Free home buyer guide slide in. Which website do you want this to be on? I'm going to put this on my Go Summerlin website and my Ballen Vegas real estate website. And then I'm going to click Start Building. Okay, now you've got lots of options up here, including opt-in settings. You've got design settings, display settings. We've got display rules, integration. So let me go through a couple of these that are default that I always set up on mine. Okay, so the first one is the actual form itself. So click on it. And we're just going to change this title. So this says, get your free growth hacking tactics companion PDF for this article. We're going to change this to get your free home buying guide. Companion PDF. I'm just going to put get your free home buying guide. Everything you need to know. Let me put that on the bottom. There we go. Okay, now that cover, this picture, we can change that picture to whatever we want. So I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to choose my home buyer's guide, the front cover, how to buy a house. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to duplicate this, and I will test them. I'll change the covers and play with them and see what people like better. Image width, we can make that a little bigger. Okay. We could go get something that looks more like a book, like a book rather than a front cover. Okay, and then underneath that, I'm going to put this 100% extensive PDF to help you buy a house and gain more knowledge of the process. Okay, now merge field. So here we have enter your email address here. And if I wanted to, I can also add like the name. The reason I do the name is because all of my emails start with, hi, Mary, or hi, Jim, and so does the subject and all that. And if I don't have their name, it replaces it with friend, like, hi, friend, that kind of thing. But I prefer to have it, so I usually put that in there. And most of the time, they give it to me, even if it's only a first name. Now, if I want a phone number to call them, if I want to use more fields, I can. What you have to know is that the more fields you put in, the less likely they are to fill anything out. It's better to go with email only or name and email, and then you can even try to upsell them after they register on the landing page or through email. And so what we're going to do here is we'll say, yes, send me the free guide. You can also change this all to be a text offer. There's so much you can do with these things. We can make this a chat bot with our mini chat. In fact, I probably will. I'll probably set those up on all of those things. But for now, we'll just set this up like this. And then, yes, send me the free report. Now, when they click that button, where do you want them to go? What do you want to happen? After they register here, where do you want them to go? That's what this button's for. So click the button. And up here, button, yes, send me the free PDF. And then click action. And then it says, go to a view, the success view. So what the success view is it's this page here. That's what happens when they click the success view. If you wanted to, you could have this play a video. You could have this do so many different things. But if you just want it to be basic, then you can just say success or all done. And then we can get rid of that picture and we could add our other one again, just to let them know that we're staying consistent here. Oops, I just deleted the image. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'll just do a picture of me for now. That actually works. Okay, kind of nice because it's personal. So all done. Please check your email instructions on how to download your free growth hacking tactics PDF. Okay, there we go, done. Now, if I wanted to, I also could put the link in this autoresponder. Or I could put all done, please check your email. And then next to that, I could put call or text 702-604-7739 to speak with Lori Ballen team about real estate. So I'm giving them my contact info, whatever it is that I want to do on there, okay? Now, in my other videos on OptinMonster, I discuss how to include a privacy policy link and how to set that up. I'm not going to do all of that today since I have other videos on that. So I'm just kind of showing you the basics of how to add this magnet here, this lead magnet, okay? All right, so there we go. And then we have to tell the system the integrations. When somebody registers, where do we want that lead to go? All right, so I prefer Infusionsoft, the database, over all other things. That being said, right now I'm in this little switch over thing where I'm going to have two separate Infusionsoft systems, one for real estate and one for my teaching coaching business. So I don't want to merge those two into the same database. So in the interim, while we're building that out, I'm using Constant Contact. So there's a link below if you want to check out Constant Contact. It's fine. It's pretty easy. Funnels are pretty simple. It's pretty inexpensive. So there's quite a bit you can actually do with it. It's just not a CRM. It's an email autoresponder. It's a way to send somebody something and build funnels, but it's really not a database, like a total CRM. I mean, it's a database, but it's not a customer relationship management system as we know it, like Infusionsoft is. Okay, so what I do now is I'm going to go over to contacts. So you could do this with MailChimp, Aweber, ConvertKit, whatever it is, okay? And then I'm going to go up here to email list, and I'm going to create a new list, enter a new list, and I'm going to call this Home Buyer Guide. Now, one of the reasons why I chose Constant Contact for the interim is because they don't charge me based on the number of lists. And that's what I didn't like with Aweber and with MailChimp. So I would rather pay per contact. It's actually generally based on a bulk set of contacts. So, you know, I'm always like right at the edge of 10,000, and then it's going to jump up to the next price point. But then I got to have a long time in that price point. I run so many lists and so many segmented audiences that I can't pay per list. So that's one of the reasons why I did like Constant Contact. And of course, Infusionsoft, you don't pay for lists like that either. You pay per contact. All right, so we did our home buyer guide. Now go back over to our OptinMonster. And let me get rid of these integrations that are set up by default. Okay, we're going to click Add New Integration. Now, select your email provider, ActiveCampaign, Aweber, Bronto, Campaign Monitor, whatever it is that you have, Constant Contact. Okay, you see all of these in here? MailChimp. I mean, there are so many. I'm really surprised that Zoho's not in there because that one's kind of growing in popularity. And that's kind of a pain because I played with Zoho for a little while and had to do a webhook to get this to work. For those of you that are following me that are Keller Williams agents, I'm going to make a separate video discussing command, and I'm going to go look at where I can make this offer on my website. So I'll build a landing page for it, and then I'll show you guys how I do it. Since there's no KW command in here to drop it in, we can either use Zapier to funnel it in. So the lead will come into OptinMonster. It'll feed over to Zapier, and then that Zap will drop it into KW command. Okay, we can do that. Another thing we could do is PySync. So for those of you that are using PySync to sync two databases together, this will also work in that format. So lots of ways. If you're following me and you're stuck, call my brothers, Jeff and Paul at Ballen Brands, and see how they can help you move through this process. I also have coaching programs at ballenacademy.com. Okay, and I'm going to put this in our Ballen Method course as well. Okay, so next, we've got that. Okay, we're going to choose constant contact. And then it has you select the account. You'll have to get your account set up here, whatever you're using. And then just click connect to constant contact. And then it asks me which list do I want to drop them in. And here it is right here, home buyer guide. Home buyer guide. Okay. So stay with me. I'll finish this one all the way through the funnel so that you can see how it works. Okay, so we did that. Now the next step is I'm going to click save just so that I don't lose what we've done. I sometimes do that when I'm teaching. And now we're going to look at the display rules really quick. Okay, so here's the display rules. So you can say if the time on a particular page is at least 5 seconds, or if they're on our website for at least 5 seconds, then make this offer. Or if an exit was detected, have them do this. There's lots of things that you can do here, okay? But let's say I am going to go through and only offer this on certain pages. So I could say if current URL path contains, so let me go get that Lori Ballen team. And I believe it said, I don't know, oh, here it is, buying a home, okay? So home buying. So let me just take that string right there, the slug, and I'm going to paste that right there. So if it contains home buying, okay? Now, I'm going to add another rule. If it contains home buying and I am going to include my IDX subdomain so that if they're browsing around looking at any of these, looking at properties, I want it to be able to pop up there as well. So see where it has homes.ballenvegas.com. So we're going to try that. Current URL path. Oh, that might not work in that format. I might have to add that as a separate website. Okay, so we're going to use the word IDX. That'll work. We're going to use the word. It's the keywords that come after the slug. So I need to, that's the slash. So you have your domain name, and then you have a slash, and then everything that comes after that slash is called the slug. So it's something that's in that you would put on your opt-in. Okay, so I'm going to do or current URL path equals, contains, sorry, IDX. All right, let's start there. Okay, and if I wanted it to do something else, like and they're on the page or they view this many pages, or visitor has opted into, there's so many options. But let's just say time on this site is at least 30 seconds. Okay, so we want them looking around for a little bit of time. Actually, I'm going to put a minute on mine. Nah, let's do 45. Let's do 45 seconds. All right, now I'm going to click next step, opt in. Yep. Okay, and then analytics I always turn on for tracking purposes. Okay. And then we're going to go to publish. The only thing I wanted to change is where that was sliding in. Let me see if there's, oh, slide settings. There we go. Enable slide toggle. Oh, then they could shrink it down. That's interesting. Okay. And I'm going to have to play with it. The only thing I wanted to see is if I could get it to slide in from, I know there's a spot where you can change where it slides in from. Opt-in settings, custom colors, slide settings. I thought it was here. Text decoration. Oh, cool. Container, button. Okay, I'm just going to have to go play with that after the video. Because I have another, my Facebook Messenger pops up on the left, so maybe I'll just move that, on the right, maybe I'll just move that one instead of this one. They both, you can move where they slide in. I just have to play with this. Okay, so then we're going to publish this by turning that green button, that button green. Here it is on my 2 websites. Okay, now this here, shareable monster link is important. I'm going to take that link right here so you can see what it does. This link you could put in a in paid ads. You could insert it in a blog. Whoops, hold on. I didn't publish it or something. Save. You can use this on another website like our KW Command website. And what it does is when they click the link, yeah, I don't want that toggle there. We need to change that toggle. Also, I deleted our image. See, this is why we have to look at the preview. So we design. Oh, there's our image. It's still there. Slide settings. Let's turn that. Enable slide toggle. Let's turn that off. We'll save. Check that out one more time. Reload. Okay, I will go back in and put a new picture there. Okay, so having having that link is going to allow us to allow them to make an offer here. These links work better with the full screen or the pop-up because it's the middle of the screen and it's a large box. The little slide-ins aren't near as efficient as far as using it like as a landing page, just to let you know. So this is one option, and then I may go on and just go back to making a pop-up so I could use that monster link in the format that I'd like to. This is a big deal. This is a big offer that I'm going to use, and I want to make sure that I get this one right. I've been testing a lot of things, but this one is a big deal. I think this one's going to be really good. Okay, so the other thing that needs to happen now as a final step is when somebody fills it out, they need to get the email, and we didn't set anything up yet that actually does that. So let me show you how that's done in Constant Contact, since that's where we started today. And maybe I'll come back and show you videos on how to do them in other programs. In fact, if you're still watching this video and you're using another type of email platform, email autoresponder, type it in for me, and I'll see if I have a tutorial video on how to do it with that instead of Constant Contact. Okay, so whatever database that you would be using. All right, so what we're going to do here is we are going to go to campaigns. And create. We're going to select email automation, create automated series, name this series Home Buyer Guide, save. Select the email trigger is when they join a list. Which list? Home Buyer Guide. Remember, we already set this up. Click Save. All right. Change the wait 4 days. Click Edit. Send immediately. Now, create new email or copy an existing email. So if I go to copy an existing email, I can actually look from other things that I already created. Let's look at this. Dolphin Cove just listed might work. Nope, that one's got somebody else. Oh, ebook download. Oh, that one's not bad. Or just listed weekly. I'm going to go with that one. Okay, I'm going to click Save. Now, if you didn't already have one that you could work with and edit, then you're going to go to Create New, and you're going to set up a new template, and I'll show you what it looks like. So in my case, I'm just going to edit this one. And you would be looking at basically the same type of email here, but you would have these blocks. So you would drag in an image, drag in text wherever you want it, drag in a button, okay? So mine will say Keller Williams, Las Vegas, and then up here I'm going to put home buyer's guide, and I'm going to drag in text up here. I'm just dragging and dropping. Hi, first name, insert, contact details, first name. If they're not available, then you would say, hi, I'm going to change it to there. Hi there. Hi there. All right. I don't like hi friend when they're not my friend. Feels weird. Okay. Underneath this, I'm going to put, here is the home buyer guide you requested. Please contact us with any questions you might have. Okay. Now I could drag the image over and I can actually grab the home buyer's guide. What I want to make sure I'm doing is staying consistent. Upload file, browse. I make a lot of stuff in a matter of days. Okay, that's the PDF. Grab the screenshot. Upload files. And done. Insert. Okay. And then we've got a link. We've got to put the link in here now. So the other step is to get the link. Now you can take that PDF and you can upload that to a website to get a URL for the PDF. You could upload that to Dropbox for the PDF. Here in Constant Contact, we can actually just click link, document, upload new document. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't save our Canva, our ebook. Hold on one second. We got to go back over to our ebook, Canva. Go to download, and we're going to download this as a PDF standard. You could also save it as a PDF print if you felt it was necessary. I don't really think it's necessary. My graphics I'm not that overly concerned about high resolution. So I'm going to click download. And I believe some buyers will probably print it. You could even have a call to action for them to request it be mailed to them, and you get their address and their phone number. And then you could print this and bind it, or you could send it through a printing company that'll print them one off at a time. And now you've really got an item of value that you can grab more information. You could get your lender or your escrow company or somebody to sponsor the printing, and they can brand it and cover the printing if that's okay where you are with regulations. There's lots of ideas around that. Okay, so how to buy a house in Las Vegas ebook. I'm going to save that to my documents. Save. There we go. Okay, now we go back over to OptinMonster. I'm sorry, we're going to go back over to Constant Contact. Okay, so upload a new document, browse, and then mine is in Documents, How to Buy a House PDF. Now we can take a quick look at it to make sure it loaded correctly. There it all is. I usually make sure my links are working. Oh, look at that. Hold on a second. Let me just open that and make sure those links are working. That would be funny since I said that's what I need to check. If you don't save it in the right format, the links won't be live. So let's just check it here. Yeah, they're working. Okay, no problem. Okay, how to buy a house. We're going to click open. And now it's loading. Okay, now, if you want to do it this way, whatever mail program you're using is going to have a certain amount of hard space, if you will, that you're allowed to use. And so this is going to take up some of that. You can see here it says 65 megs of 2 gigs, so it's not even an issue at all. Okay, and then If I want to, I can. Am I able to peek at that? Okay. Let's go ahead and upload that file there. Okay, and done. You know, for some reason, this does not seem to be. Try it one more time there. Okay, so what it's telling me is that the file is too large, so we would have to go figure that out. So I'm going to do this another way. And this is actually the way I prefer to do it. I was just trying to show you how to do it with Constant Contact in case you don't have another platform. But if you're doing it like I do and you're blogging first anyway and you have a WordPress site, this is super easy. So I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to go to Media. Select Files. Grab your ebook. Open. One of the reasons why this is my favorite way to do it is because I get tracking. There's hits to the website. The PDF it can be indexable by Google if I want it to be, or I could set the no index so that it doesn't rank on Google if I don't want it to, but I want it to. And then I can use this link also to show people the ebook whenever I want to, and let me show you what that looks like. So after you upload it, you're given a URL right here, a permalink, Ballen Vegas, how to buy house in Las Vegas. See this? Go over to a new tab, and you'll be able to see what it looks like. Okay, so this works perfectly. There are so many ways to upload and share files. So I've given you a couple options. If we wanted to use Constant Contact, we'd have to just compress that PDF to make it smaller. And what is it? Cute PDF? There is one that does it, but I don't want to mess with all that right now. So we'll just leave it like this and watch what I do instead. Click the button, click link, web page, paste the link. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then they've got this little, let me see how big I want that to be. I think it looks better not too big. And then let me put a little divider in here, kind of separate it a little bit. And then besides the book, I'm also going to put a button underneath the book. Get the ebook. In case they don't know that the book itself is clickable, you should never assume what people know and don't know. Spell it out. Spell it out. And then I'll make that link yellow maybe to kind of match the book. And then change the font. Let me change that to Get the Guide. I like that better. And then change the font to black. And then let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And if you're using Infusionsoft or MailChimp or Aweber or any of those, you're going to have something very similar to this. Okay. And it looks great on mobile. And then here they can also click to view all new listings. So it also is a call to action to get them back onto our website as well. Now this listing is gone. So right now I could change this to whatever new listing I want that I think would be good for first-time home buyers or people that are moving here. For now, I'm just going to leave it like this. And I may come in here and change this later and play with it. So much you can do when you have somebody's eyeballs on your content. That yellow is bothering me because it doesn't quite match. just a little off. I'm not a perfectionist at all, but it kind of was just a little bit weird. All right, I'm just gonna go with the orange. Okay, then what you do up here, home buyer guide, step 1, click continue. You can test this by sending it to yourself to make sure that everything works the way you want to. And now, if you wanted to, and you're using Constant Contact, you could now build a campaign that goes with this.